and welcome. We're live here on Talk Live Network. Your host Joshua Midget here, man. Had to go live here as I may have a guest joining me. I'm not sure. No, okay. had to double check that, but we're live, man. And y'all already know what went down. If you do not, then you should. College football is going on right now. And what went on a few minutes ago, really a little less than an hour ago now, Tennessee and Alabama game concluded with Tennessee getting the big victory over the Alabama Crimson Tide for the first time in 15 years. So had to get on and talk about it, man. So much that went on, so much significance with that game. Also, the Memphis Tigers are currently playing right now. So definitely gonna give y'all updates on that. Y'all hear Bob in the background saying, "Who cares?" But the Tigers are doing well. I can't necessarily knock them right now. They're up against East Carolina, which, of course, at least under my estimation, that's something they should be doing. They're up 17-0 on East Carolina, getting close to halftime in that one. What's up, Greg? I see Greg in the building. He said, watching the Tigers as we speak. Okay. Good to know. And I want y'all's thoughts, man. How do you feel about what has happened in Knoxville? Now, I'm going to preface my statements by saying this. I already know I love Memphis, Tigers, the city, all of that stuff. But let's be real. Let's be real here. Tennessee, as Greg just put in the comments, the Vols have my attention and respect. And I think at this point, when you win a game like this, whoever beats Alabama these days should have everybody's respect and attention. Greg said East Carolina just scored, by the way. Okay. Well, there goes that. But no, I think Tigers still should have that. But I guess at this point, I don't know. We know what happened last week. But nonetheless, talking about the Vols right now, whoever beats Alabama during the regular season should have your attention. And Tennessee has done just that with a field goal at the end to win. I'm going to tell you, man, I, as a Vol fan, going back a long ways. I know people in Memphis may not like that, but whatever. There's a lot of Vols fans in Memphis. Some stay hidden because of the hatred. Some stay loud and proud. I support the Tigers and the Tennessee Volunteers. But it's been a struggle for a long time if you've been a Vols fan for any amount of time, especially over the last 10 to 15 years. Had to endure Derek Dooley, Butch Jones, Jeremy Pruitt, Lane Kiffin for that 1 year before he took off running. Poor administration from the top down, all sorts of things. Different athletic directors coming in and out of the program. And it seemed like the Vols could never get over that hump. They had their moments, even with Butch Jones. They had their moments, I remember. They won some big games under Butch Jones. They were ranked in the top 20, top 15 at some points. I think as high as even 11 under Butch Jones and Josh Dobbs at quarterback, who I was a fan of. But you just didn't have confidence that at the end of the day, Tennessee would win the big one. It just seemed like they didn't have the gumption to finish games and finish big games where they mattered. You know what I'm saying? But now, after what happened today, I think it's fair to say, and y'all, if you agree or disagree with me, feel free to let me know. I think it's fair to say that the Big Orange is back. And when I say back, I don't just mean back right now. I don't just mean back today or this weekend. I mean back as a national powerhouse program. Because when you hear Tennessee Volunteers, over the last few years, you said, man, Tennessee is just riding off of their old reputation. They're riding off the old Johnny Majors days. They're riding off the old Philip Fulmer days. That they need to quit talking like they have been relevant in the past 20 years. And it's been fair to say that. Most critics had a leg to stand on when it came to those things. But I think at this point, I think it's fair to say that finally the Volunteers have a coach that can take them to the next level. And really, sooner than anybody, I think, could have expected, has already taken them to the next level. Who would have thought in year 2 of this guy, Coach Heupel, a coach that you have to think twice to even remember his name sometimes. He wasn't a big name hire. He was a hire that a lot of Volunteers fans were not extremely high on because they wanted other guys. He wasn't a big name. He wasn't all of that stuff, a flashy hire by any means, even though he did well at Central Florida. And a lot of people didn't like, because remember, the Volunteers hired the Central Florida Golden Knights athletic director. Central Florida Golden Knights athletic director. And he brought the head coach from his program to Tennessee. A lot of people didn't like that. Think he's doing a favor for a guy that didn't deserve the job. But I think at this point, he's proven that he more than deserves this job. So y'all give me your thoughts. Feel free to call in, as I was just being reminded. And I thank you for that. 901-213-6020. In case you do not know the number, you feel free to call in if you want to conversate with me about the Vols' big win over the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, even if you're a hater, because one thing about it, whenever folks have success, you're going to have haters out there that want to say, nobody cares about the Big Orange. We're all Tiger country over here. Well, look, like I say, I'm a Tiger supporter as well. They're beating East Carolina. I'm sure everybody's extremely excited about that, right? But I'm excited about the State's team doing well. And I'm not just excited because this is the State's team and it's Tennessee, because I'm a fan of the Vols. And this fan base has been suffering for a long time. As you can see, look at the celebration. I'm even put it on the screen for y'all. You can see the abundance of joy that's overflowing. And probably some other things overflowing. But nonetheless, overflowing in Neyland Stadium right now. Y'all see this? Put it on the screen. Look at this. That is half of the goalposts. Half of it. They've actually got it in the corridor of the stadium. They got it off the field. They're moving it through the aisleways of the bowels of Neyland Stadium and trying to get it out the gate here. They're opening the big gate and trying to get it out to the street. They're actually making some progress. I was surprised. I didn't think they'd be able to do it. And me with Bob were watching this go down. He says, you see my man is standing on top of the goalpost smoking a gigantic cigar. People of all races joining in on the celebration. As you see, I think I see 2 black guys there. But nonetheless, this ain't about that. It ain't about race. You see the mix, about 2 and maybe 1,000 white folks out there. But they're all coming together, man, to celebrate the Big Orange victory. And that's kind of what you love about college football, man. Stuff like that. Nothing like a little vandalism to celebrate a big victory, nonetheless. Looking at, I'm reading some of these comments here. Y'all keep on coming in. I knew Stanley was going. Stanley, I knew you were coming with the turd comment. You were turding it up yesterday, and you still turding it up. He says, "Go Turds." So shout out to you, Stanley, for being happy for the Vols. Greg says, I thought for sure once Bama got that scoop and score, I thought the Vols would fold, but got to put some respect on their name now. I agree. I'm going to tell you, man, look, if anybody's followed the Volunteers over these past few years. I mean, look, they've lost so many games like this in the past, man. You think about LSU under Derek Dooley, if y'all remember. It came down to the end of the game in Death Valley. I believe it was in Death Valley. And the 1 yard line. And Tennessee had like 15, 16 players on the field. They got called for that and ended up losing because of that whole thing. You talk about the games under Butch Jones. I can't even remember the amount of games that they collapsed and lost like this. And when I saw that scoop and score, me and Bob were both saw the whole game. That scoop and score on that fumble. Hendon Hooker trying to hand it off and fumbled it. Alabama runs it in. They take the lead. I think it was 48-43, something like that. And I ain't gonna say I gave up, but I was like, man, here we go again. It's happening again. And then when Hendon Hooker threw his first interception in almost 300 passing attempts, after Alabama had scored a touchdown on the previous possession, these were all signs that almost led to what had been happening in the past. Tennessee's competitive, and they lose in heartbreaking fashion. All the signs were there, but they persevered regardless. It didn't matter what happened. It didn't matter the circumstances. And who would have thought we'd see a team that Alabama couldn't stop? Alabama had no answer for Tennessee at all throughout this game, period. And that's kind of unbelievable to even say because Alabama does have a solid defense. You're talking about Will Anderson, one of the best defensive ends and linebackers in the country. So many other guys you could think of. Let me go to the phone lines now. All right.
Call from
Sergeant Chris Richardson, PIO TNHW.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
All right, we got, speaking of Vol fans, as we're talking Tennessee and Vols, and suddenly I have a guest joining me on the headphones as well. But right now, Sergeant Chris Richardson, Tennessee Highway Patrol, is joining me. How you doing, sir?
Hi. I'm doing excellent.
Yeah, I am too, Chris. Give me a little more. I am too, man. I am a Tennessee Vol fan, and go Big Orange!
Go Big Orange.
Look,
Go Big Orange. We've suffered long enough. I mean,
yeah.
If nothing else, welcome back to relevancy. We've suffered so long, and we've had so long.
Yeah.
That we've been down, and it's been pitiful. It really has. The things that we've had to fight through, and never lost faith in them, even though they made me sick to my stomach many seasons. But coming into this season, I knew that we did great things last season. Coming into this season, hey, I'm expecting better, but I didn't expect this.
Yeah.
This right here is starting to feel like 1998, Bobby.
Man,
Josh, it feels like 1998.
wow.
Can we go that far? I don't know, but I'm
That's
telling
a
you, it's the
huge
best year since that natty.
Man.
Since that national championship year, this is the best year we've had.
Yeah.
And to see that crowd pour onto that field after the game, I teared up. I mean, I've never seen anything. My daughter, she's 24 years old, and she got us tickets. We're actually going to the Kentucky game, and of course my son too. He's 21, but but the last time we won a national championship was the year Hannah was born, and so my first child. So it's been a long time.
Wow.
And my kids have followed along in my footsteps and cheered on the Big Orange, even though they didn't have much to cheer for all these years. They just knew their daddy did it. And they've been a part of it, but you ought to hear them tonight. They're both so excited.
Yeah. Man, I'm going to tell you what, I have always been a Tennessee Vol fan from the time I was in high school and up to now. But because I live in Memphis, I've been supporting and wanting the Tigers to do something. But I mean, I'm not really a Tiger fan. I'm just here for them.
Come on.
You still live down there. You better watch it. You still live down there.
I know it, but you know what?
No,
you know why I'm not afraid?
Don't do this.
Because
Why is that?
because everybody else beginning to feel the way I feel. So I don't
That's
have
right.
any. I don't have any enemies. But
You know,
Yeah.
the thing is, I don't. You've never heard me, maybe picking at some people every once in a while, but you'll never hear me talk bad about the Tigers.
No.
I've always respected the Tiger program.
Yeah.
It hurt my feelings. I was at the game where they beat us when we had Peyton at quarterback.
Yeah.
And they kind of hurt my feelings that day, and they never let me forget it either. Because I've been to several other Memphis games where we paid them back, but still, that I respect the Tigers, and I like seeing them do good.
You know what?
I was very supportive of them.
I respect the Tiger program, but this one coach, man, he's got to go. I mean, Coach Littlefield, what's his name? Silverfield.
Silverfield.
Yeah, man, this guy, he is just like a sour fruit in a basket, that needs to go before the rest of them spoil. I mean,
Scriptures.
You're talking to a fellow who's been talking crazy about coaches and tried to be supportive of them, and the love-hate relationship I've had with coaches ever since Phil.
Man.
And you'll never, ever, ever, ever hear me say how much that I respect Lane Kiffin. It'll never happen.
Yeah.
Even though I don't blame him for taking a job that he thought was his dream job.
Yeah.
He had Ed Orgeron was on the phone while he was delivering his speech that night, leaving Tennessee. Ed Orgeron was on the phone calling kids saying, "Hey, don't go to class tomorrow. You can go with us to Southern Cal."
Yeah, which was that's why Kiffin needed a police escort up out of Knoxville because of
That's exactly right.
That was legendary stuff right there. But I'm gonna tell you, and I just talked about. I'm curious your perspective also. I talked about from Kiffin to Dooley to Butch Jones to Jeremy Pruitt last year, and finally coming down to Josh Heupel. I don't think anybody thought this dude would do this in less than 2 years.
They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't. And that goes right along with our hire of that goes right along with Brother White that we brought in to be our
athletic director. Yeah.
To be our athletic director. He's done an incredible job, not just with football, but with every sport here. He's done an amazing job. And he just brought in his buddy. He had Josh with him at
UCF,
at CF, and he brought him along. And of course, I knew Josh Heupel. He was a heck of a quarterback at Oklahoma. I remember his time there, but that don't mean he can coach. So I was optimistic. I'm always optimistic coming on. You'll never find anybody that supported. I supported all of them. In the very beginning, I was very much a fan of every one of them. But gosh, Heupel has not only brought a new style and a new speed to our offense, he's got these kids believing that they can walk on fire.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and we'll do it for him.
Yeah, this is what I like.
These kids believe.
This is what I like about this coach and this program and what he's doing up there, man. I tell you, these kids tonight have to be very excited, and it's good for them. And the way the fans are supporting them now up there, it is wonderful, and I'm glad
absolutely
to see it. Yeah,
and look, it was so funny, man, watching the goalposts come down, and I saw a video. I had it up on the screen a little earlier. Them carrying it somehow. They done got it out the gate of the state. I don't know how they got that thing down the hallway.
I guess they had to break it apart.
They were trying to figure it out because they were talking about that on the Ball Network. Last time that happened was many years ago against LSU, and they couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
They couldn't figure out how to take it apart. They just walked it all the way up to the top and just threw it over.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Now you gotta love college football. Hey, Now, Hendon
Could
Hooker.
you imagine being on that field tonight, though?
Oh man.
Yeah, after the game. Oh my gosh.
Man.
Hendon Hooker for Heisman or what?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This kid, he's more than just a great quarterback. He's just a good human being.
Yeah.
This kid and his family are incredible. They're good people. And he's written a couple of children's books.
I didn't know that.
Hendon Hooker.
The quarterback?
Yes. Look.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just a great kid. He's a good Christian kid.
Yeah. Wow.
And look what he brings to the table and how the connection he has with his players and how he'll lead them anywhere and they'll follow him.
Yeah. But Josh, do you have that last play, that field goal when they kicked that, or what? Well, if you can get that up, and then Sergeant Chris Richardson, the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Hey, look, man, it's time for you to sing again. It is.
I don't know if I can do it tonight.
It is time for you to sing. Oh, I was thinking about
tonight with Bob and Josh.
I was thinking about that song earlier, and I said he gave me that song, and I don't even have the words to it. I don't even know where I put it anymore.
You don't even know the words to Rocky Top.
All I know is Rocky Top. What is it? You'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old
Rocky Top.
Woo!
Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Hey,
yeah, there you go.
Shout out to Stanley in the comments. Got people commenting here. Stanley says, and he calls the Vols the turds every time we talk about him. So he says now he's throwing up with us currently in the conversation.
He don't know what he's talking about.
Come on, buy him some Tic Tacs. Have at it.
Forgive him.
That's right.
But man, this was a very exciting game today, Chris. And man, I tell you, I was thinking, I said, I wonder if Chris was going to this game today. But
no,
man,
I didn't have tickets, and by the time I even considered getting tickets, I really didn't want to take out a second mortgage on my house to buy them. They were expensive.
Oh man, yeah.
But I am going. I'm going to the Kentucky game, and I'm going to Nashville to see him play Vandy.
Oh, okay. Oh, that ought to be a good one. Even though Vanderbilt is not as good, but there's some reason these guys play each other tougher, because I guess it's the in-state rival. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and I know the Kentucky game should be interesting. Also, Kentucky's a good team. You never know what.
Amen.
With the East,
and that's it. I'm proud to see Kentucky playing good football.
Yeah.
They've always just been known as a basketball school. Don't worry about Kentucky. And and I know that we've had the old beer barrel rivalry with them for years. And we own a pretty dang good record against Kentucky. But to see them playing such good football under Stoops is incredible. I'm proud of them. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, that's true. And and I'm still looking here. I got some of the highlights were playing on the screen, but for that commercial popped up here. But it showed the fumble by Hooker on that handoff.
Oh God!
And I can't tell you how scary that was. That's happened so many times as a Vaughn fan, where stuff like that happens, and it's just heartbreak. But they didn't quit. No.
Think about the year that we won the national championship. We had to have that turnover in when we were playing Syracuse in the Carrier Dome. Remember that? We were playing Donovan McNabb when he was playing for Syracuse. And then again against Arkansas that year. Remember Clint Starner just fumbled as he had that rollout. He just tripped and lost the ball. Though it was actually the hand of God that reached out and stripped him, but that's what we like to believe it. But we had to have stuff like that happen. It's when the ball goes in your favor. When the football don't roll straight, you never know. But sometimes that thing, when it rolls in your favor, that's when good things happen.
Yeah.
And tonight was that night. How ugly was that kick?
Oh man, I thought it was blocked. Actually, I thought it was blocked.
I thought, yeah.
Did anybody
Knew
touch
it was
the
short.
ball?
Knew it was short, and then it made it across.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
It barely made it over, man. And I was thinking, I said at first, I didn't think he made it. I said, where is this game going tonight? But then they said, yes, he made it. So I knew that was over. And then it came down to the time where there was no time on the clock. And they was wondering, did they call timeout in time? And the coach was right there in the referee's face, waiting to call timeout. Yeah, and that worked out perfect.
Yeah,
which it should have anyway because it was a first down, so it should have stopped immediately.
Yeah, right.
First down. So yes, that was great. And oh my goodness, and we took a hosing on that one call, that one touchdown.
Yes,
that was when they called pass interference against us.
Mm-hmm. And then we got it back though later.
But we got it back because it wasn't pass interference against us. When they went back and replayed it, oh my goodness, it was completely opposite. Matter of fact, if they want to call me, I'll help them sign the warrant on that because it was.
I support it too. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, they got it. It was something. They did something illegal there, if I'm pretty sure, when they did that.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Definitely, man.
Sergeant,
it's a great feeling. Go Big Orange, and we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. But as of right now, I'm proud of how Coach Heupel's building this program back.
Yeah, go Big Orange and Ball Nation. And
absolutely.
You know I'm a big fan of the ball. You do know that, don't you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. It was a little questionable when I first met you. It was a little questionable. But you come around.
Hey, that might have been,
welcome back. Welcome back.
That might have been during the Butch Jones era when that was going on.
Oh gosh, it might have been before that. I mean, it was during Butch Jones. It sure was.
So. I think it was.
Yeah, I was a Vol fan all the way back to Johnny Majors.
Yeah, but I feel like.
Oh yeah, well we all were back then.
Yeah, everybody was.
Yeah. But anyway,
all right,
hey Chris, thanks for joining us, man, and thanks for all of the time and that I kept pushing you and telling you, man, you need to hang in there and you need to join Vol Nation. I mean, no, that was you pushing. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, that's all the way around. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey.
That was some of my suits saying. Now. Again, I know I asked you before this, but Josh wasn't around when I asked, which one of y'all is Dave and which one of y'all is Lance?
I have to kind of figure that out. I think Lance was a little older than Dave, so
He is. He was. Lance a little older than us. He might be you, Banana Nose.
Wait a minute.
Oh man, you know what? I'll give that to Bob. Just put it that way. I'll give that.
But y'all do a great job there too.
Thanks, man.
Thank
I'm
you,
glad
man.
to have you watching it.
Hey,
Definitely.
All right.
Chris,
y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. Bye. All right, Chris Richardson, Sergeant Chris Richardson, Tennessee Highway Patrol, man. Always a pleasure to have him join us. Go Big Orange! Chris he's a country guy, so he always like, go Big Orange! I love it. But the Volunteers won big time today, man. Even though it was just by 3 points?
Yeah, 3 points.
Man, that's a big time win.
And I'm looking at a couple.
Alabama. Anytime anybody beats Alabama, that's a big time win. And I was for both teams today. Alabama is my team. Yeah. Tennessee is my team. And I just didn't know what to do today, folks. But anyway, for Tennessee being, and I live here, and this is my, I was pulling for them more than I was pulling for Alabama. But it was, oh God.
Hey, now, real quick, I want to read a couple of comments here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And I see JGKP says y'all already know what it is. He says, "What did I tell you, Bishop? Go Tennessee, even though I'm a Memphis Tiger." LOL.
Yeah.
Says GKP. Stanley says, Chris Richardson says, "Wow, a delusional fan." Stanley,
this Stanley, what's going on here?
Stanley is a hard hater. But I feel you though, man.
Yeah.
Greg says, "Dang, Bob," when you were talking about Silverfield.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh man. You know what? The truth shall
or
make you
you
free.
called him Littlefield.
Littlefield. Well, he's little of anything.
And
He needs to go. He really needs to go. I mean, this guy, man, he is so confused. Have you seen him on the sidelines?
yeah.
It's like he's looking for something all the time, and he don't know where he's going. And it's just he's troubled. I mean, what's his name? Coach Silverfield?
Yeah.
He's troubled. And it's a shame that the University of Memphis would put up with somebody like this and just to save money. I mean,
I don't know if that's what's happening.
I mean, what else could be the case though?
You gotta keep. Look, he's got a contract, and
hire somebody else in as head coach and let him stay where he was. I mean, but my goodness, man, to put this guy as head coach, and then then continue to maybe gave him a $3 raise or something or whatever. This is all about saving money, and they're not really into the football program when they do stuff like that. And this is what people in Memphis have to put up with because the University of Memphis is really not into their football program.
Well, no,
they're really not.
Well, no. I can't.
Okay.
I can't not be factual.
Okay.
With things. I mean, they spend a lot of money on the program with facilities and everything else, and the Liberty
Okay,
Bowl.
well, let me ask the people that are on here that are listening, and those if do you believe, how many of you believe that the University of Memphis are concerned about the football program? Really, really concerned about the football program to put a lot of money into it, or do you just think they're just going along as the status quo just to have a football team, and for some people to just spend a few monies on a ticket to come in and just to do something on a Saturday afternoon? I don't feel that the University of Memphis is really into this program, and they started hiring good coaches to come in, and then when they left, but then you got to keep the process going. You got to keep the process. You can't stop. You can't get discouraged because these coaches leave and go elsewhere. Make this program into a program to where somebody wants to come here and coach just like other places. And then you have a place where coaches would want to come and coach. But keep putting these people in the head coach position that this should be coaching junior high school or something.
I gotta jump in.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I can't be unreasonable. Now, look, the guy, I don't like Silverfield either, and I'm not a fan, and I think they will end up replacing him.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be real what's going on. You see all the effort that's been put in. Now, I know it was the previous administration with Tom Bowen, athletic director and stuff like that. But you see all the money that's put into the new practice facility, indoor facility, outdoor and indoor, which they didn't have.
And I agree with
but
you.
Let me finish though. And the weight room. Mm-hmm. And the Liberty Bowl has got millions of dollars of renovation they're putting into it that's being worked on now. Mm-hmm. Now, some people would rather have a new stadium. That's neither here nor there.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, it's clearly an investment there because they know football is king in college athletics.
Yeah.
Even though the Tiger basketball is great. Mm-hmm. But you need football to be successful to be really successful.
I agree with you.
At the next level because it makes more money at the end of the day.
I agree.
When it's successful. Now, look, here's the thing. They see ticket sales. Mm-hmm. They see the lack of interest. They see the lack of progression with Coach Silverfield has. Hopefully, they see it. They see that this is the last year in his contract. Mm-hmm. And I don't see a way that he gets re-signed, to me. Mm-hmm. Now, again, he may make it tough depending on how they finish this season. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, they're 4-2 right now. They win today, and I know what you're going to say. But if they
not because of him.
But hear me out though. He's the coach. You know what goes with that. Yeah. They win today, they're 5-2. And if they continue to win games this year, who knows if that's going to happen or not. But if they continue to win games and seem to look better, it's going to increase his chances for staying.
Yeah.
Wow. And that may or may not be a good thing for the future because I'm like this. The quality of players is better. Y'all heard what I said yesterday, not to repeat everything. Mm-hmm. But the quality of players are better because the recruiting classes are the best that they've ever had.
Right.
And you got to continue with the progress that you've had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Since the talent's better.
Right.
You got better talent. You got better facilities. You got better locker rooms.
Mm-hmm.
You got more money in the program.
Right.
That means the expectations need to be higher than just being okay.
Right.
And irrelevant.
Yeah.
So
these kids that are coming in and wanting to come and play for University of Memphis because of what they've heard and the good things about it, you don't want that to go away because they have a coach here and the kids are coming in saying, "Who is this coach? I never heard of him. I thought they were. I didn't know. Okay, well, and then other kids, it's gonna turn them away from wanting to come play here at the University of Memphis. It is going on. Memphis is winning because of the good kids we have here and some of the assistant coaches that know what they're doing. Coach what is his name? Silverfield. He's not a college football coach. I'm sorry. He's not a college football coach. And I'm not saying this because I hate the guy. I don't know the guy. I'm just telling you as far as experience and knowing people and knowing coaches and knowing who is who. And just by looking at this guy and then his behavior and what he's done, I mean, he's just not a college football coach. He need to go to junior high or high school or something, or some small college or something and work his way up. But he is not this level of football coach in college. He's just not.
I got you.
And I'm not trying to be nasty.
Yeah.
I'm just being truthful.
Yeah, it's just definitely.
This is my opinion.
I definitely feel what you're saying. Now I'm looking here.
Mm-hmm.
The game's at halftime right now. A lot of y'all that aren't watching, you already know.
Mm-hmm.
The Tigers were up 17-0. They're now up 17-13 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Yeah. 17-13, we're 17-0, 17-13 now. Okay. All right. Well,
all right.
halftime.
Yeah. So, all right. I
guess that'll do it for us. Unless we get somebody that want to call in and talk, do it real quick within the next minute or so. And go ahead.
I might stick around.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know you just kind of jumped in suddenly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I don't. I just wanted to give my opinion.
Y'all can tell he has no glasses on, which is a rarity.
Yeah. Well, hello.
But he just wanted to come right into it, man. Give y'all his raw opinions, especially after this Tennessee game. So that's definitely understandable, no question.
Go Big Orange. Yes.
That's it. Frankie says East Carolina scored 13 points in less than 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious, Frankie?
Yeah.
Frankie, are you serious?
I mean, because when I came in to do the show, it was 17-0.
No.
And that happened pretty fast. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well. Oh, good. Yeah.
Not a good sign.
Yeah.
We go to the phone lines so I can hear it there.
Call from.
Y'all already know who it is.
To accept, press.
Okay, welcome to the show, GKP, on a Saturday evening. My friend, how are you?
Man, don't my friend me, man. When you come on the show, man, trying to close out your kids' program.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Are you coming on here with that attitude, sir?
Oh, man.
Do you realize?
Come on, man. You come on the guy's show. This is Talk Sports Live, not Talk Back Live with Bob and John.
This could be
You have time to get your glasses in. Here you go. Well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, people. Man, this man got more topics coming.
No, I mean, he just came on tonight to talk about the Vols and a few things. And I said, that's basically it. Then I decided to join him. He told me to join him, before that anyway. So if you don't know the whole story, sir,
true. Man, I've been watching. It ain't like he said, come on over here, Bob. You decided to join because Sergeant Chris called in, your buddy. You started talking off camera, and then he just felt compelled to go ahead and cut the Bob cam on. Okay?
Okay. All right.
See.
Hey, so
watching the show, buddy.
Okay.
Just because I don't say anything, I'm here watching Memphis and East Carolina, of course. But I chime into the show.
Okay. So you actually watching the game? Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually watching the game, man.
Okay.
I don't, just be talking about it, and I don't know everything. Okay, I got to see it.
Okay.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah. Okay.
If y'all would invite me into your program sometime, hey, maybe I'd share the screen with you.
Here we go.
Yeah, see, I know you're trying to get on screen. Look, we invite all. Well, not all. I ain't gonna say that, but
GKP, you're a special guest on here at any time.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah. Not the way you just said, Sergeant Chris. It's always great to have you call. I ain't never heard you say that when I get off the phone. I heard you today. Man, this guy's arrogant, man. He's on my nerves. I said, wow, man, I'm just trying to call in and, tell them to thank me for being on the show.
Okay. Yeah, I did hear that, as a matter of fact. So, but anyway,
man,
I hope you're enjoying the Tigers game and and how well they're playing, and all that kind of stuff. And they just got 13 points scored on them within the last 3 minutes. I mean, I understand. Yeah.
Don't even ask me to talk about this game. Did you hear your son? He said they were up 17-0.
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost shaping up like a debacle waiting to happen here. And I'm not going to say anything, and I'm not going to be caught on record talking about our great coach, Colorfield.
See, look at you.
You don't even know who the coach is. It's not him. See, you're thinking that's of some other coach. See, you don't even know his name. You're thinking of another coach. You don't even like this coach because you don't even realize what his name is, and you're thinking of somebody else. You're just like me.
Don't try to reel me in because our faithfuls are listening tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
They see you go straight Alabama, Tennessee, and then just disrespect the Memphis Tigers, where you just so happen to live, buddy. Okay.
Well, hey, I'm not disrespecting anything. I respect those kids at the University of Memphis, like I said, but I don't like the coach. He's not a college football coach. Maybe he can go to some high school or some junior college somewhere and start off, but he's not a college football coach at this level. And I'm just being honest about the fact here. That's
and I'll just say this. The views and opinions expressed by Bishop Bob Mitchell are not necessarily the views of the other host, okay?
Yeah, well, but at any rate, I mean, you have your right and your opinion. That's why we do this show.
Well,
for you to come on and jump up and down for the coach. I mean, hey, you have that right.
Stanley says,
I love Colorfield. Go Colorfield.
It's not Colorfield, man. You got the wrong guy.
Sound like some movie.
No, I decided to call him Coverfield because you called him Silverleaf, Brownfield, Grayfield. So I just decided to sum it up. His name is Colorfield. Okay.
Okay. But
Stanley says, GKP, you are deleted. So, not sure what's going on there.
Tell Stanley to stay off my grass.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, see. You can't do that. You're disrespectful to Mr. Stanley.
Oh man.
Oh, he knows what I mean. Okay.
Okay. Well,
I don't know nothing.
Hey, I don't know. I don't, hey,
stay out of it.
I'm stay out of that. I mean, I'm like, all these folk in Memphis, crying, going on. I ain't see nothing.
See, there you go.
Yeah, see, all right. But anyway,
I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, it's been great that y'all had me. So thank me for being on the show. It's time for me to pay attention to the game now. It's about 11 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the third. Mm-hmm. And right about now, hey, the Tigers are close to scoring again. They're within the red zone. So we'll see how this goes. They're on 2nd and 3. Now they're possibly on about a third in inches. Okay, I gotta
Okay.
go, man.
Well, we don't really thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
We thank you for being. We don't thank you for being a guest tonight, but we do thank you for calling and showing interest and talking with us tonight.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Well, that's what's up then, man. Like I said, the disrespect here when I come on and everybody else gets heralded. I even heard you say one time, thank Jet. Jet always, yeah. This is Josh yesterday after Jet called. Jet, your insight is always just, it's so real. I'm saying like, man, come on, man. Jet's insight, and you guys disrespect my insight and call it arrogance.
No.
You call my knowledge arrogance.
I don't,
guys here. Man.
I don't understand what's going on with you.
No.
Are you jealous or what? What you
Nothing
jealous
about-
of Jet or what?
Yeah,
I don't. We just don't get into all of that.
Well, let me remind you that Jet has been a guest on the show, and GKC hasn't. Now you tell me if I got a problem with that.
Okay. So you want to be a guest on our show?
Man, I'm always a guest, but people want to see my face too. Don't just put Jet up here looking like the modern day Malcolm X talking about reparations.
See there. See, I don't. Hey, Jet.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Jet, I'm not getting it. See, Jet, I'm just Jet. Hey, is that guy?
Hey, don't Jet look like that guy that he's standing out there at where is it? Airways and Park right there.
You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna pull me into that now.
Come on now, you done seen him out there with his glasses and everything. Looks like he could be Jet's little brother or something.
I don't know. What are you talking about? I don't even know where.
Come on, Bob. Everyone's seen him, man. I almost stopped the other day and said, man, this Jet got you out here. What's going on, man? Y'all want reparations that bad? Why isn't he out here? Okay.
I don't know. Anyway,
reparations, man.
We got to do another show, by the way, on reparations.
Yeah, we may get you in on it, man.
Please do. I'd love that debate. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get you in. One of these days, you're gonna be a guest on our show.
All right. With that being said, man, I got to get back to my game. Thank me for being on the show.
Okay.
I love color field. Y'all already know.
That's all we see there. Yeah.
I see.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the call. Oh boy, this guy here, like he always say to me.
Yeah, it says us. Yeah.
This guy here. Yeah. Yeah. GKP. Boy, I tell you, what a friend we have, and it's certainly not GKP. But anyway,
yeah, man.
Hey, it's
that'll do it for us, though. Honestly,
yeah, you really okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, well, go ahead on, close it out then.
Yes,
thank you for letting me really be a real guest.
Oh yeah, definitely. And shout out, I want real quick, Bluff City Wrestling as well. If y'all didn't see it, be sure check it out on YouTube. It's live. It's anytime you want to check it out, you can on there.
Man, what a show it was today.
Absolutely. It was a great episode. Glad to be a part of it. Y'all saw us. If you were able to check it out, you were able to see us live and in color, as well as the guys, man, doing their thing as nobody else can on Bluff City Wrestling. Matter of fact, I'm like I did a little earlier, show y'all the first minute of the show, or I think it was like 30 seconds, the intro from this week's show, just to give y'all an idea of some of what they do. So here it is.
Bluff City Wrestling.
Memphis, you are in trouble. Memphis wrestling, you're in trouble. Mid-South, you're in trouble. Due to the torture chamber. South suckers. Yeah.
All right. That's it.